The girl was just squatting down to take a photo, but when she stood up her phone accidentally fell into a rift in time. It landed right on the head of a rich young master in 1937. The young master stared curiously at the iron box that fell from the sky. As he fumbled it open, the screen suddenly lit up with the girl's photo. He was so startled he threw the phone far away. At the same time in the present, the girl realized her phone was missing. She quickly borrowed a passerby's phone to call her number. The young master stared at the glowing ringing box, but didn't answer. The girl had no choice but to keep calling over and over. Luckily the young master wasn't completely ignorant. By the second ring he answered the call across time. The girl anxiously asked him to return the phone. She even offered a reward, but the young master claimed the one thing he didn't need was money. Though born into a wealthy family, he spent his days partying and wasting time. While the country was in chaos and war, patriotic youth marched in protest to save the nation. He lounged in his mansion sipping wine and listening to violins. Even as young patriots outside tried to awaken his conscience, he had no ambition. He only wanted to guard his wealth and live in comfort. Hearing the girl's voice from the phone, the young master gradually accepted the idea of this talking box. But after waiting a long time with no sign of the girl, he lost patience. He taunted her saying, "If you want the box back, come to the manor yourself," then hung up. Back in his luxurious room, the young master began to explore this thing called a phone. The camera reflected his handsome face. He started posing in front of it. Meanwhile the girl bought a new phone, and followed his instructions to visit the manor, only to find it was now a tourist attraction. That's when she remembered the broadcast on the call. It had mentioned the year 1937. To confirm her theory, she called again and asked him to meet under the trumpet creeper tree. She told him to carve a mark on the nearby stone, and sure enough, the exact mark appeared on the stone in her time. The girl finally confirmed. Her phone had really fallen into the past. The young master was even more shocked, but when the girl told him to open the photo album, and he saw pictures of Shanghai decades later, all doubt vanished. Together they accepted the absurd truth. The girl complained about her $1,000 phone being lost. The young master generously offered to pay her back, but with 100 years between them, it was impossible. He soon had an idea. Buried 2 gold bars under the trumpet creeper tree. The girl dug with doubt, but actually found them. For a moment she thought she had discovered a way to get rich. She even buried a charger to test the reverse, but the young master never found it. Only then did she realize objects could travel through time, but only in one direction by chance. Though the dream of riches faded, the girl didn't forget her true reason for coming. She wanted to use the phone to take her aging grandfather on a virtual visit to his childhood home. He had grown up in the alleys of this very place. His greatest regret was being separated from his father during the war. Never hearing from him again, the girl decided to use this strange chance to ask the young master to help find her great-grandfather. The young master agreed, but had one condition. He wanted the girl to find out his fate in the future. She thought it would be easy, but after searching everything, she found no trace of the young master in any records. But she did discover that on this very day, the city in his timeline would be bombed. It would soon fall into enemy hands, and countless innocent people would die. Whether out of friendship or a sense of duty, she had to call and warn him, so he could escape the disaster. But at the critical moment, her phone lost signal.